So if you don't know, Duet Night Abyss is a game that came out last night. It is an action hack and slash. It looks like a Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves type of game. It is not a gacha game, so that is like the pure reason why I'm playing it. Because it is not a gacha game. So there's no gacha packs for characters or for weapons. All the weapons and all the characters are unlockable through playing the game. I did get to see how expensive the characters are if you want to skip unlocking them through playing the game. So you can unlock them through farming dungeons and certain levels and stuff for materials, or you can buy them outright. I was thinking that they would be something like $25. It actually looks like they're about $40 each. So if you look at the store here, these like actual pack pulls are for cosmetics. So you could see this girl right here. This is not for the character. This is for the dress that she's wearing. So you are purely only buying this dress. You are not buying this character. You could get this character on your own, not hard at all. This is like a gift chest, and then this is a weapon skin so that your sword can look like a lightsaber. That's all that's for sale here. Otherwise, the only thing you're going to be spending your money on is cosmetics. So like you could buy like cat ears. Now he's got double ears, like for fun. You could buy a bandage for your eye, blindfold. So like there's a lot of like cosmetics that you could equip to your character. This gives you little foxy tails. So like there's a lot of actual character customization, which I think is pretty cool. You could also get like dyes for the characters. So if I wanted him to be like blue and red or blue and black instead of red and black, you can like dye the character to look differently, which I think is pretty cool. And then the characters themselves, like briefly, because I always pull for the husbandos, so I got this furry guy, which is pretty good. There's a black dragon dude, but he is not released yet. He's coming in patch 1.0, which is going to be their first update, so he's not here yet. I picked the male version of the main character, so if you pick the female version of the main character, this is the main character. This is one of the girls. This is another girl. And I'm gonna warn you right now, there's a lot of children in this game. Like, there is an uncomfortable amount of children. Like, there's a fucking lot. There's like these little like demon children that I guess they're trying to like, those little like the lawfuls, I don't know how to say them, from Final Fantasy. Like, they're not children, they're just like small people, like gnomes in World of Warcraft. They have those in this game, but they just look like children, so. But then you have your full-grown adult women, thankfully. I think this one looks very cool. Some of the character designs are very nice. It seems like most of the characters have like some kind of spine tattoo that like tells you who they are or something. Like the spine tattoo is important. I don't know if she has one because her hair is covering it. Yet another child. This is the character that the blue dress is being sold for, the cosmetic of the blue dress, so. And it doesn't have to be blue, you could change the blue to whatever color you want, which I think is pretty cool. This is probably one of the nicest looking chicks in the whole game. For obvious reasons. Oh, you could zoom in. There you go. I like the outfit. I find the outfit very sexy. Like, just very sexy. I like the whole shebang she got going on here. I like that the hair is off to one side. Very cool. This is a very cool looking character. And she shoots guns. So, very cool one as a whole. So I'm actually, it's like one of the only girls I'm like excited to unlock. Hey, who does this look like? I feel like my look was stolen. Like what the fuck? Like I feel like we look a little the same. But this is like the main villain of the story who you are you know, fucking around with. I won't spoil too much, but you see her like 5 seconds into the story, so you'll see her. Another child. This is like an octopus child. I really like this character's design. I just wish it wasn't a child. Like, it's like, God. One of our few male characters. This one's very cool because he turns into like a really big demon at some point. So I'm not really a huge fan of like his base look with his little like tuffy pants here, little shorts. I don't like the default design, but it looks like every character is going to be getting skins as time moves on, so I'm like quietly reserved for him possibly getting a skin that doesn't look so Shakespeare. This character I like a lot. This one looks cool. Very much like this one. This one looks very, very, very cool. Very nice. I like so much about this one. Another child. This one's a boy child. We've only had girl children up until now, so there you go. This one of the last male characters in the available in the game, so I'll be getting that one. And then this chick here. And these are your starter characters here. These are all the characters that are available in the game at this time. And then after today, there will be a new character available every 28 days, so, you know, that's pretty quick. This game is a little different where you don't have character swapping. You don't have, like, 3 characters that you are, you know, swapping between. When you go into, like, dungeons and stuff, you'll have two of your other characters there with you. They'll be running around, like, on their own, like they're AI controlled of your own characters. And overall, I think the game is very pretty. I like the aesthetic a lot. Like, all the characters have horns, and I fucking love horns, so, like, very cool for me. I think some of the characters look pretty interesting. I like the weapons. I like the monetization. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, the only thing I'm sort of disappointed in is the movement. I don't think the movement is that bad, but I don't know if I just like gaslit myself into this or thought it would be included by default because Warframe seemed like it was a very big inspiration for this game. There is no wall running, like nothing. I'm being attacked by random wolves. Nothing. You can kind of like hike yourself up here, like by trying to climb, but like you don't run up walls or anything. You don't like run over stuff. Like you could just like hop up here, but like you don't run up shit, and that is really disappointing to me. There's something about the combat that feels maybe like a little sticky. If I had to describe it, like it feels very like when you use certain abilities, it kind of sticks you to the ground, and like if you try to jump and attack, it just does this slam down ability. Now, I saw videos of people like attacking in the air, so I was trying not to panic like throughout this whole throughout me playing. Also, in the like first quest you go on, the character you're playing gets some kind of like upgrade to their weapon. They get some kind of weapon upgrade, and she does attack like fully in the air, like full air combos. So I'm thinking that's just not a thing yet. Maybe these are low-level weapons that don't have the ability to really attack in the air. But I don't know about that. Sometimes also my character will seemingly get stuck. Like, this is the dash button. It's also the sprint button. And sometimes when I'm in combat, I'll only, like, do that little backward hop. I guess that's where my quest is. So, like, this little backward hop, and, like, I'll be pushing running forward, but I'll only be doing the backwards hop. I don't know why it happens or what triggers it, but sometimes it just happens. So, I would say, like, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, if Weathering Waves is a 10 on, like, combat and movement, this game is probably, like, more like a 7, maybe an 8, because I have a feeling they want you to shoot in this game. So, this game's just, like, actually, like, kind of a shooter. Like Marvel Rivals type shit. Like, I didn't expect it at all, but, like, every character has a fucking gun, and, like, they encourage you to shoot. So I don't know how much shooting happens in Warframe, but yeah, there's a lot of shooting in this game, which I'm hilariously okay with, because I like shooting now. So there are skip buttons to the dialogue, as you could see that I just went through them. The skip button doesn't seem to skip the entire dialogue, like, segment, but it will skip pieces of it because they want you answering, and depending on how you answer, you could see that wheel that had popped up. It's giving me, like, different, I guess, charisma points based on how I answer the questions. I'm not quite sure what that does yet, but since I'm not reading and I don't care, I have points all over the place. I would say that, like, while the combat is, I think, lacking some polish, it's really, like, not being able to, like, run on the walls and shit that upsets me the most. Like, I feel like if I was able to do that, then the game would be pretty perfect. So my heart's just a little broken by not being able to do that. Now, I'm pretty sure maybe that's something they could add in the future. I don't see why not, you know? And then also something else that just kind of degrades my experience a little. There's no swimming in the game, or at least there was no swimming in the cold area. I don't know if, like, maybe it's just too cold to swim, but when I jumped in the water, it just reset me back to, like, the shore. I didn't die or anything, and I didn't drown. It just was like, no, don't fucking go in the water. So that just looks gross to me as a whole. It's like, it's lazy. I think it's lazy. Tower of Fantasy, I think, is something that patched you swimming, like, at a later date. Like, when Tower of Fantasy came out, you couldn't swim, but then later you were able to swim. So I am a very understanding gamer. I don't know if it's because I'm really fucking old and I was around for, like, the beginning of gaming when, like, things were not as streamlined as they are today. So I'm very forgiving with like, a lot of things. I'm forgiving with bugs. I'm forgiving with not being able to add things on time. I'm not entitled at all. So I'm totally willing to wait. It's just more of the fact that, like, I don't know if this is things that they have planned in the future. So my wish list of things that I think they need to add is parkour and wall running. I think that's just something that makes a game a lot cooler, and I wish this game had it. Swimming, water should not just blink me back to the shore. It's weird. And I think smoothing the combat out would really, really help. 'Cause it feels very like once there is no air to this combat. Like, it slams me down and then I'm, like, kind of stuck to the ground after that. Otherwise, the combat looks amazingly cool. Like, it looks very, very, very cool. But there's no, like, air to it, which I don't like. But like I said, I played that one character and she got a new weapon and then she was attacking in the air. So I'm not sure if it's just because I'm low level using a low weapon. I'm not sure. A few other things. I feel bad that I'm like just standing in the city, but a few other things that are cool is that any character can use any weapon. So these are the weapons he came with, these dual blades, but I can equip him with this sword right now, and then now he's got a sword. So, like, if a weapon is really overpowered, like, something I hate about all games is, like, having to play meta or meta characters. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to just play the little child girl that's like the best in the game. I don't want to be a little girl child. Like, what the fuck? I want to be this furry guy. So the only thing that's exclusive to the characters themselves are their E and Q abilities. And then you have like this little Pokemon that pops out and has an ability, so it just like did that little like burst of frost. That's what my Pokemon does. And there are random little Pokemons around the world, and you'll go up to them and you'll feed them. And there's a little like meter where you have to like push spacebar or whatever controller you're using. You have to push the button when it's like in the green, like with a little bit of timing, and then it will like do a percentage of it like being caught, which they might have to remove because I think Pokemon has a patent on that now, but it does that. All right, thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I'll catch you guys later.